Let me ask you a question. Are you a fierce competitor? Are you the type of person that's not going to settle for just being okay? Are you the type of person who wants to be the best? Are you the type of person who's willing to make sacrifices to be the best? Do you have a full-time job? Do you have a family but you still want to destroy and annihilate your competitors on the bike? This video is perfect for you. I'm the Butcher. I'm going to show you how I handle these challenges. If you like this content, like, subscribe to the channel. Let's crack into it. Alright, number one, and this might come off as cliche, but it's true. And that's that family comes first, okay? At the end of the day, unless you're professional, you're not getting paid for this. It's a hobby, plain and simple. So when there's a big conflict, you have to be willing to make the sacrifice on the bike for your family. Your kids are gonna grow up, they're gonna have memories of dad either being there or being on the bike. You don't wanna be that guy. This is about how to be a fierce competitor while still maintaining those responsibilities. It's not about shirking responsibilities, okay? So family comes first. Number two, structure your training. Now, if you just like to go out and ride miles, some people enjoy that. They just want to go out and do a lot of miles. I know a couple of guys personally, that's their thing. Like, that's what they enjoy. And if that's your goal, that's fine. For me personally, I want to be fast. I want to get on the bike and I want guys chasing me. Like, that's my goal. The only way to do that is to be on a structured training program. There's no way around it. I only have about 8 to 10 hours a week to spend on the bike. So if I just went out and just did zone 2 for those 8 to 10 hours, it wouldn't do me any good. I need to be on a structured training program. Structuring your training is the most effective way to make the gains that you want to see on the bike. So whether you're doing a structured program on Zwift, whether you buy a training program, whether you've got a coach, whatever you do, make sure that it is structured in such a way that you can incrementally see the gains over time, so it's just not willy-nilly just going out and riding. And then number 3 that kind of goes with number 2 is get an indoor trainer. Now, for the last 4 years, I've hated the indoor trainer. I've absolutely hated it. It's no fun. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the freaking brick wall and staring at videos and stuff, but once I got into that mindset that what I'm doing here on the indoor trainer translates out on the road, and it's helping me maintain my family responsibilities, it was like a switch went off. Now I can get on and I can do 3 hours, and it feels like, yeah, I could totally do 3 hours on the trainer. It's a mindset shift. Okay, being on the trainer and having a structured program, that's the meat and potatoes of the bike. Everything else is dessert. All the group rides, all the going out and looking at the trees and stuff, that is great, and you need to have some of that. But if your entire bike livelihood is, oh, I just need to go look at the leaves, I have to go look at the trees. Again, if that's what you're into, that's fine. But if you're a bike racer, you'd better be on the trainer. Because once the race season comes and it's February, March, all the guys who have been out riding, looking at leaves and trees and stuff, they're gonna get dropped. Okay, the guys who have been inside on the trainer doing the work, those are the guys that are gonna be winning the races. So if you wanna be good, get an indoor trainer, be on a structured training program, and be efficient with your time. And it's cool to rack up huge miles, but if that's all you do, that's a surefire way to start losing your ground on the family responsibilities, on your work responsibilities. It can't be overstated how efficient an indoor trainer is. It's the best thing that I've discovered pretty much just this year. Number 4. Make a daily plan and stick to it. Every Sunday, I schedule my week. My wife and I, we sit and we figure out, okay, when is she gonna go to the gym? When am I gonna train? When do I have work? When is she gonna do the homeschooling thing? And we plan out our week. And no, we don't always stick to it. There's always stuff comes up randomly. You have to be flexible. Like, I made a plan for this video and then my kids walked in here and it's like, okay, stuff happens and we understand that. But I would say 90% of the time you want to try and make a plan and stick to it. That's the best way for you to be consistent with training. For me, I'm a nurse. I work 12 to 12. I know, okay, I can do maybe an hour before work, you know, around the family responsibilities. That hour, my wife knows, okay, I'm not going to be asking Michael to do this and that. But outside of that hour, you better believe that she's coming to me, she's saying, can you do this, can you do that? But that's okay. That's how you balance it out. If you make a plan, stick to it, you'll be able to stay consistent, you'll be able to make those consistent gains on the bike. Number 5, this is the last tip and maybe the most important, give your spouse time as well. Okay, your spouse is picking up all the slack when you're doing something that's fun. Think about that. Think about how selfless that is. Yeah, it's good for your health, I get that, but it's very self-absorbed. And they're picking up the slack for that. I'm actually thinking about it as I'm saying it. I'm like speaking to myself here. You gotta be grateful. You gotta be grateful that you have somebody who's willing to do that for you. That's not something to take lightly. So give your spouse time. The same way that you'd want them to give you time to do something you enjoy, do the same for them. So when my wife comes to me and she says, hey, I want to go do Orange Theory twice a week, you better believe I'm like, yeah, whatever you want. I'll take the kids. You go to Orange Theory. That's fine. Give them the time. If you've got a spouse that's willing to pick up the slack for you, you've got a good spouse. You better appreciate that spouse. Give them time. Give them time out by themselves so that they can go and enjoy themselves. Okay? It can't be one-sided. You're in a relationship, it can't be one-sided. And balance it out. All right, let's be fair with it. So those are my tips. That's how to stay consistent with a family and a job. I just want to say thank you for all the support. I've gotten a lot of great feedback about these videos. I'm glad you guys like them. To everyone who's liked and subscribed to the videos and the channel, thank you so much. The fact that you guys are enjoying me talking into my camera in my garage is incredible. So I thank you guys so much. I've got a couple more videos coming up. I'm going to be doing a video soon on training zones and what all those zones correspond to, the 7 training zones. So I'm going to keep this going. Hopefully you guys like this stuff. Until next time, Butcher out.